Have you ever wondered how a single diplomatic visit can spark a ripple effect in global politics? Let's start by looking at French President Emmanuel Macron's recent visit to India. This diplomatic rendezvous was far from ordinary. It was marked by significant strides in bilateral relations, with the unveiling of a defense roadmap that reinforced the ties between the two nations. But that's not all. Macron's visit also saw an intensification of cooperation in the Indian Ocean and the Indo-Pacific region. Now, why is this so significant, you ask? Well, it's because the Indo-Pacific region has been the subject of global attention due to its strategic importance. The intensified cooperation between India and France has piqued the interest of global superpowers and sparked concerns, particularly in China. The region has been a hotbed of military activities, and the discussions on maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific have been gaining momentum. Macron's visit to India thus has not only strengthened the Indo-French ties but also stirred up the global political scene. Now let's shift our focus to the other side of the globe, where China has had its own response to Macron's visit. In the wake of President Macron's visit to India, China has had its say. The Chinese President, Xi Jinping, has expressed a strong willingness to strengthen the ties between China and France. This is a clear indication of China's intent to maintain its diplomatic relationships, even as France appears to be aligning more closely with India. China's response isn't just about diplomatic words, though. The Asian giant has extended an olive branch in the form of trade, offering to increase its imports from France. This move is seen as an attempt to bolster economic ties and ensure that the business relationship between the two nations remains strong and mutually beneficial. Moreover, China has voiced its hope for a fair business environment for its companies in France, a request that underscores the importance of reciprocity in their bilateral relations. But the China-France relationship isn't just about trade. There is a rich history of scientific and technological cooperation between the two nations. They have partnered in many fields, but some of the most notable collaborations have been in areas such as aerospace, nuclear energy, and renewable energy. These joint ventures have yielded significant advancements in technology and science, benefiting not just China and France, but the wider world as well. So what does this all mean? Well, it's clear that while France is expanding its strategic partnerships, China isn't willing to sit on the sidelines. It's actively seeking to maintain its relationship with France, perhaps as a counterbalance to the growing Indo-French partnership. China, it seems, is keen on maintaining its ties with France, despite the latter's growing closeness with India. Now, let's delve into the wider implications of these diplomatic maneuvers on global politics. The diplomatic exchanges between France, India, and China are not isolated incidents. They are part of a broader narrative that is shaping the face of international politics. This narrative revolves around the ongoing discussions among the United States, India, and other world powers about the need for a free and open Indo-Pacific region. This is a response to China's increasing military activities in the area, causing ripples of concern across the globe. The Indo-Pacific region, a vast expanse of ocean that stretches from the west coast of the United States to the western shores of India, has become a hotbed of geopolitical tension. China's military activities in this region have raised eyebrows, leading to calls for a free and open Indo-Pacific. This is where France's diplomatic overtures towards India come into play. French President Emmanuel Macron's visit to India symbolizes a strengthening of ties between the two nations. This is seen as a strategic move not just for bilateral ties but also in the larger context of maintaining a balance of power in the Indo-Pacific region. Following Macron's visit, China's response was swift and calculated. Chinese President Xi Jinping expressed his willingness to strengthen China-France ties, subtly indicating China's readiness to engage in this complex geopolitical equation. The offer to increase imports from France and the hope for a fair business environment for Chinese companies in France signaled China's intent to maintain a diplomatic balance. These moves and counter-moves are part of the intricate dance of international diplomacy. Every step, every gesture, every word exchanged between nations carries weight. They are part of a larger narrative, a narrative that is shaping the world we live in. So, as we see, international diplomacy is a complex dance, where every move can have profound implications. Macron's visit to India and China's response are just recent examples of this intricate interplay.